you ready? Come on, come on, come on.
Point out the family.
We got 'em shaking everything from the hood to the bar.
Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Shot, 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 shot. Ladies, let's go.
We got 'em shaking everything from the hood to the bar.
Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of Ask a Furry. My name is Vic Nightfox, and in case you were wondering why there's no video this time around, my camera decided to die on me. Such is the way of technology, but I hope to have a new camera up and running soon. So without further ado, let's get to the real reason why we're here, shall we? Today's episode will consist of only two people. However, they each asked a few questions, so I decided just to answer them all at once. Hopefully in future episodes, more people will send in questions, as without questions, there is no show. Anyways, moving on. Our first set of questions comes from Yin Yang 1530. His first question is, can you make a furry character to resemble a person? Well, Yin Yang, that is a little vague, but I will try to answer it for you. Most personas do resemble humans, but is mainly limited to human-like body structure. They still retain animal traits such as facial shape, ears and tail, fur, etc. Another branch of personas revolve around creatures known as nekos, which are part feline, part human. Though mainly human in appearance, they do have feline tails and ears and occasionally eyes as well. The term neko itself is the Japanese word for cat and was chosen by anime fans who think they understand Japanese culture, which they don't. This type of furry can also spread to different animals such as dogs, foxes, etc. But the term neko still tends to apply. But if you mean having a persona that is just human, no. It goes against everything that the furry community likes, and as such is not really permitted under the quote-unquote furry category. Next question. Are there any people who have a whale as their persona? Though I haven't met one personally, I do believe that yes, there are. Furries come in a broad spectrum of animals ranging from cats and dogs to birds, lizards, dolphins, and more. There's no real limit on what animal you choose to be your persona, as long as you yourself are happy with the decision. Moving on. How would you recommend finding your furry? Meaning which one resembles you most? Which characteristics is your decision based on? I cannot begin to say how many people have asked me this question offline. Well, to all of you who wonder the same thing, here's the answer. Finding your persona can be as simple as choosing your favorite animal, but some decide to take it deeper than that. Some furries go beyond favoritism and merely match personality traits. If someone was sly, cunning, attentive, and a little hyper, their best bet may be a fox. If they were more reclusive and strong-willed and teamwork-oriented, they may be a wolf. This is a fairly common practice among furries. And then there are those who choose to search even deeper, like myself, and choose the animal that they feel the strongest connection with. For instance, my favorite animal is the cheetah, even though I'm a fox. The reason for me being a fox is grounded to when I first got to see one in person. I was able to have a lasting eye contact with one for about 30 seconds or so. Ever since then, I've been drawn towards foxes, specifically the red fox. While this method isn't the most popular in the community, it's around. You just have to look. Next question, can mythical creatures be furries? Yes and no. Some mythical creatures are accepted as furries, such as dragons, minotaurs, chimera, and others, but that is because they are mainly animal or have strong animalistic features. More human-looking creatures such as elves, dwarves, angels, demons, and others like them are not really accepted due to their lack of anything animal-like. And Yin Yang's final question is, can gods or goddesses be turned into furries? This is a very touchy subject. You really do not want to tread this ground, due to the high probability of people becoming offended by it. Religion is just one of those things that you do not touch lightly. Now, if you like Anubis a lot, you could be a jackal, but not Anubis himself. You can be the animal, but not the deity. It's a good thing to remember. Alright then. Our next inquiry comes from Kokoro Allison. She writes, how has society accepted you? I can shamefully say that I have made fun of furries with my friends, even though I am a brush-tailed possum furry myself, so that people wouldn't find out about my internet life. How have you come out of the furry closet? These are two of the questions that I was hoping would come up, and I will gladly answer it for you, Kokoro. This is not an uncommon thing whatsoever. Given the general populace's apparent hatred of us, even though it is more like ignorant avoidance, most furries tend to shun their own when they're in the presence of quote-unquote normal people. This is basic human nature of wanting to be accepted by society. But given that I'm an open fur, how has society accepted me? It varies greatly. I have had people fully accept me with no problems, such as my partner and the whole crew of Miami Inc., whereas others call me a freak and ridicule me in public. It's tough staying to your true self no matter what others think, but it does show you who your true friends really are. In general, though, there are a lot of people who don't find it their thing but won't hate you for it, despite those attacks that we see online and in certain TV shows. As to how I came out of the furry closet myself, which I must say is a rather amusing way of putting it, I just stopped caring about what other people think and stood up for my own likes and beliefs. I started telling my closest friends first, and then just branched out. When I got to my parents, it was a little more difficult, but they realized that I was still me, and I wasn't one of those so-called freaks that they saw on MTV. It hurts when you get rejected by those that you consider friends afterwards, but you learn to move on and find friends who accept you for who you really are, regardless of their own subcultures or beliefs. Really, it's just a matter of being yourself all the time, and saying to hell with what the world thinks. I'm happy with who and what I am. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. If I didn't answer the questions clearly enough, feel free to try to rewrite them and send them in again. I'll do my best to figure out the answer for you. But until then, keep sending in those questions, people. I look forward to answering as many as I can. This is Vic Nightfox saying, have a furry day, America.
Move your body, everybody.